Do you want a positive sports story? Well, we have a positive story for you right here, and it's a beautiful thing. And sadly, we have to highlight things like this in the manner which I'm highlighting it because of the current landscape within professional sports that's being overrun by so many pathetic, spoiled, rotten brats like LeBron James that cry and whine and make up fake narratives, or people like Drew Brees that have a strong opinion, then bend the knee when the mob comes after them, and then continue to do nothing but apologize, or people like Colin Kaepernick, who just wasn't good enough to keep his job, so then he decides to be a fake victim and starts to become a social justice warrior because that was his next step in his career because he wasn't good enough to play football anymore. People like that. Well, tonight, because we continue to hear all of these spoiled, rotten brats whine and cry about the president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, I decided I wanted to highlight this story from MMA because Colby Covington, and look, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest UFC MMA fan, but when I saw this clip right here, I knew I had to cover it. This is genuinely amazing, and even if you're not a fan of the president, this is still just a really cool moment right here. Respect to MMA, respect to the UFC being led by an actual grown man, Dana White, someone that will allow different opinions and doesn't care about what the hate mob is there to do. So this is what happens when you have true leadership and you can actually have athletes that aren't scared to have opinions. I grew up in a time where if you went to the White House and you were a sports team, you won a championship, you're invited to the White House, you go to the White House. It didn't matter if it was a Republican or a Democrat. Now we're at this point where people like LeBron James or the Golden State Warriors or whoever else, they want to sit there and cry because they don't want to go to the White House because CNN told them that Donald Trump was mean. And because they can't do any research on their own, they then boycott the White House. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. It was never political when Obama was in office and Obama was featured on ESPN or he was picking his NCAA picks for the NCAA tournament. It was just, hey, you respect the office of the presidency of the United States. Not anymore under Trump. But we actually have grown-ass men in the UFC, people that are not scared of the Twitter hate mob. So let's check this out right here. This is fantastic. So Colby Covington, after UFC Vegas 11, gets this right here live on the air, and this is pretty freaking cool. This is pretty freaking cool.
This is the best I've ever looked, and oh, the POTUS is calling me. Mr. President!
You gonna put that on speaker for us, or what?
Mr. President!
We're gonna try and get Donald on speakerphone. Let's see.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is Colby Covington. Thank you so much.
You might want to just give him a warning. He is on speakerphone, though.
Give him a warning.
This is a first.
Thank you so much.
You are a great fighter, man. I'll tell you. You make it so easy. I don't know how the hell you do that. Congratulations. I wanted to watch that fight tonight. I wanted to watch it. You were great.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. You gave me the dragon energy when you shook my hand on Sunday at your rally, and it doesn't matter if King Kong was in front of me. I was not going to lose after getting to shake your hand and beat
you
your rally.
weren't going to lose. Well, he's a strong-looking guy, too. He's a tough guy. He's a great fighter. He was a champ, and that was easy work, relatively easy work for you. That's a great. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you so much,
I'm proud
Mr.
of you. I
President.
just made a big speech. I had 35,000 people. I said, I got to get home now to watch Kobe. Watch Kobe. That was fast work. Well, great. He's a tough, and he's a good fighter, right?
Yeah.
Did he give you much of a problem? What did you see? Strong guy, right?
Yeah, strong guy, former champion, but it didn't matter who was in there, Mr. President. After getting to see you, I don't care if there was a Superman in there. I was beating anybody.
That's great, Colby. I'm proud of you, man. I'm a big fan, and I'm proud of you. You're tough. You're tough. You have the right spirit. So now go win the next one and just keep it for a long time, right? Just keep that championship for a long time. But you are something. And say hello to all the guys. I appreciated the shout-out tonight, too. I'm your fan. You're my fan. You know, two of a kind.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I'm going to bring you the new belt to the Oval Office soon after you win November 3rd by a landslide.
You get that belt and you bring it in, and I'll see you, man. We're rooting for you. I came in from a big speech tonight. I said, I got to get back. I got to watch this man, the man.
That's so humbling.
You keep it going. Colby, keep it going. You look great. You look fantastic.
Thank you,
And
Mr.
take
President.
care of yourself, okay?
Thank you so much, Mr.
Very
President.
proud of you. Very proud of you, Colby. So long. See you soon.
See you soon, Mr.
So long,
President. Have a great night.
So long, man. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. Freaking wow. This is the best of
See, that's awesome, man. Look at his reaction, man. He's just like, what the hell? And that's a beautiful thing. And again, if there's anybody watching this that's offended because I talked about the President of the United States, remember, I didn't make sports political. Your heroes like Colin Kaepernick and LeBron James and Drew Brees and Steph Curry and Steve Kerr and all of these other pathetic excuses for men made it political because they can't accept that somebody's in the White House that might hurt their feelings. So at the end of the day, we don't really have a media that's fair. We have a corrupt-ass ESPN. Now, I will give ESPN credit because they did post this, but generally speaking, like, look what happened with Trump recently. He literally saved the Big Ten. He saved the Big Ten season. I haven't heard much about that. But as soon as Greg Popovich opens his mouth about the president, it's a headline story on ESPN. This is back in the day when Jamel Hill and Michael Smith were running Woke Center and all of that nonsense. Max Kellerman can't stop with the TDS bullshit. So again, if you have a problem with this video, just remember, I didn't make sports political. The pathetic, spoiled, rotten brats, these bitch-made dudes that are in professional sports right now, made it political. So if you want to make it political, then we can talk about real, actual men that are not scared of a political opinion, and they're also not listening to whatever CNN allows them or wants them to hear. They think for themselves. You don't have to like Trump. It doesn't matter to me. But don't cry, don't whine, because the President of the United States was mentioned. It was never a problem under Obama. It was never a problem under Bush. Never a problem under Clinton. Suddenly when Trump gets mentioned as the president in the sports world, all of these pathetic losers cry themselves to sleep. And then they want to get mad when I want to talk about the president, the same person they can't stop obsessing over. So this is a really good night. I think this is cool. This makes me more and more wanting to get more and more into MMA and UFC because of the fact that we have so many pathetic excuses for men in a lot of the big sports, the NFLs, the NBAs, and everything like that. And seeing real men with real leadership like Dana White at UFC really makes me respect these guys a lot more, especially in 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to Sports Wars if you're new here. Help us get to 60K, and then we are heading to 100K, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. Talk to you guys later.